Alright everyone, so like I said, I was gonna make some pasta. So all I got from Fresh and Easy was some bolognese pasta sauce. Everything's organic. Some organic beef, some organic pasta. I'm gonna pull out an onion, celery. I got some butter. I like to use organic butter as well, instead of olive oil. Sometimes I use olive oil, excuse me. So let's go. I'll be taking videos while I do this. Alright guys, so we have our hot water boiling. So before we add our pasta, I like to add some salt. Just a sprinkle. It's pretty cool whenever it has salt in there. And then I'm going to add my pasta. Very careful, it's very hot. And then I'm gonna close the lid, let that boil and cook. While I do that, I'm gonna start on my sauce, my bolognese sauce. Alright, first and foremost guys, for the sauce, I like to add my butter. Let that. You can use olive oil too, but I like to use butter. So once we have that, you can add in your onions, celery, and carrots. Alright guys, here's our veggies, the onions, carrots, and celery. You try to cut them, they say, there's even sizes, so they all cook together, which is smart. So I try to do that. So while this is all cooking up and whatnot, I'm gonna season. I like to use garlic salt instead of regular salt. So remember when you're seasoning, everyone, just season it to your liking and check, because you can't take seasoning out. You could always put more in. So, and I'm gonna add some basil leaves. Every time I cook Italian, I like to add a lot of basil anywhere I can because it's very Italian flavor. I like to use paprika and cayenne pepper. Gives it a more smoky flavor. Alright, so as you can see, our pasta is about 75% done. And that's how I usually like it because I'm going to finish it with the sauce. So I'm going to bring it over here. Ooh, lost some. After that, we're going to finish our sauce. Alright guys, so that's pretty much done, and now I'm going to add in the beef. I like to use for a lot of my Italian recipes, I like to use 80-20. It's a lot more fat, a little more flavor. With Italian food, it's not really, you could try to get it as healthy as you can, but in reality you're really just trying to indulge in the flavors. Alright guys, so the meat's cooking. I'm going to re-season because every time you add something to the pot you want to season. So there you go. Same seasoning, the garlic salt, some more basil. And then we're going to cook this down until it gets really brown. And then we're going to add our wine. Alright guys, so when it gets brown like this, I like to taste it, see how everything is. That's good. Doesn't need any more seasoning. So everything's brown right now, and I'm gonna add the wine. So here's a glass of wine I'm gonna use. It's a Burgundy. I like Burgundies when I cook, especially with Italian, because it's a little sweeter and it cooks down well with the alcohol. So we're just gonna let that cook down for a little bit. Alright guys, so you can see it's pretty much, all the liquids cooked down, all the wine. So now I'm gonna add my tomatoes and pasta sauce. Ooh, look at that. and great sweetness to this dish. Just that tomato flavor. And you can see I got the one with chunks. And our pasta sauce. Alright guys, you can see that our sauce is boiling now. So we're going to start with putting it together. Alright, so now we're going to put our pasta together. First I'm going to put some oil. There you go. Some oil. And then we're going to put our pasta, which is 80% done, into the pot. And we're going to stir that up and then add the sauce slowly. Alright, so as you can see, we got our pasta, all warmed up and whatnot. Now I'm going to start transferring the sauce. So as you can see, look how our sauce is doing. I'm going to give that a quick stir. Oh, there you go. It's looking awesome. It's coming together perfectly. So the reason being I only cooked it about 80% is because I wanted the pasta not to just absorb the water, but I wanted to absorb the natural sauce. So we're going to keep doing that and see how it turns out. Alright guys, here's the final product. Please subscribe and comment.